church you go to. We are actually clapping on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stay right there. Don't stop. If you stop, I'm going to make you play the tambourine alone. See if you can get the chord change. So, just a few notes really makes it happen. I don't have to do all this fancy stuff. You don't have to have been playing for 12 years or 5 years or almost a year. This is something anybody that knows the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 can really do, all in one position. So now I'm going to go back to the same thing, and I'm only going to play out of our A major position. And most of you agreed that you knew this specific major scale. Right? Everybody know that major scale? Cool. Again, only playing out of that position, but I'm going to address all of the chord changes only here. Everybody got it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In that one spot, in just our A major scale, because we know that all 7 notes are the same, I'm just positioning them in different places, I can pull out all the harmony in one spot. So, if that's true, if I can play all the chord changes in my A major position, then I should be able to play all the chord changes in my Dorian position. My Phrygian position, which is also my Lydian position, is also my natural minor position. Or I can start on the 5th string for my 4, 5th string on my 6th, So I've got, let's see, this is the 5th fret, right? And I'm playing all 6 strings on the 5th fret. And I went as high as, well, I'm up here at the 12th fret, right? For my natural minor position. But we also know our low cramp. So I'm as high as my 14th fret. So from the 5th fret to the 14th fret, I own all of this territory now. Like, it's all mine, any space is right. Doesn't matter what chord he's playing, in any position, I know that I can address every single chord change that happens in the song because I'm familiar with my intervals. I already know that, you know, I need to bring out a sharp 4 on the 4 chord. I need to bring out a flat 3 and a flat 7 on the 6 chord. On the 5 chord, what am I trying to bring out? Flat 7. On the 2 chord, what am I bringing out? So I can do this in any position. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to play only in between the 5th fret and the 14th fret, but I'm going to hit all the chord changes just in various places. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, system, 5th fret to 14th fret, I got it now. I just need to know how to bring those notes out. So that's like basically how I work on this stuff at home. And there's a lot of picking techniques and a lot of other things happening here, but that comes with time. The harmony is the thing that's really important, and that, you know, any instrument, this just isn't on guitar. This is the same ideas of harmony, how to apply and bring these things out. It's on the saxophone, it's on the piano, double-reeded instruments as well. I mean, music is international, and this stuff is, in Western music anyway, this is the pitches we all agree on or anything, and there's a scale system that we agree is the way it works. How do we complicate it a little bit? As a guitar player, I found that once I got the major stuff down, I'm good to go. Like, it's very simple to me after having it, after understanding the process, spending the time and getting it under my fingers, meaning where I can actually play it. Once I'm here, the thing that I would start to run into when I would be out on a gig is using the same types of scales. I'm not playing different names of scales. I'm still going to only play Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. But what happens if in the same position I have to basically change keys? So I'm still playing in the major scales, the major modes, but my keys change. So for instance, I'm over this chord. Which is, I'm voicing it a little funny, it's basically a C. Now if C is my major, who can tell me what my relative minor is? A. A minor. And that's the difference between, right? So here I've got my C, or it's also going to be an A minor now. So C, A minor, same thing, same scale system. What if I change it here? relative major and relative minor, that's basically one scale that I can play that's going to cover all of it. So I'm going to say A minor. So A minor will cover my C major and my A minor. And then my second thing here, as I just changed keys from A minor to A major, F sharp minor. Which again, it's the same thing. F sharp minor, A major, relative minor make of each other. It's the 6 and the 1. So I'm playing a 1 to a 6. And now I'm changing my 1 to a different 6. So that started popping up in different gigs I was on. And I realized that I was blazing all through my major stuff until in the same spot my major changed. Which I then realized that I was basing everything on the fact that my guitar is a pattern and I can play the pattern. But what happens when the pattern has to change in the same spot? So that's the trouble I started getting into, was I'd be A majoring it up. And then it'd go A minor. And that's the same note, but I had to change back to major. And I couldn't do this at first. It was really difficult because one pattern didn't work anymore. I had to switch where my fingers are at. So one thing I suggest to all guitar players, and it's past guitar, it had a lot more to do with me hearing it and me feeling it than actually my left hand. Because my left hand and my right hand, I work on them a lot and I can move them. But it's my brain sending the signal to my fingers telling them where to go that was the issue. So it's more of, I call it ingesting and digesting the music. Like ingesting is where I'm learning it. Okay, I learned my major scale. Okay, I learned my minor scale. The digesting is when I don't have to think about it anymore. It's there for me to use. And I would make these little exercises up for myself to where I could, still using the major scale, it just happens to be changing keys. And the groove sounded a little something like this, 2, 3, differences.
Flat 3.
And?
Flat 7.
Right. So in A major, where's my 3? It's my next note. Where's its octave? Where's its octave? So that's the 3 in major, and I need to be here in minor. So I call these turnaround points. And I would practice my turnaround points. So if my 3, 6, and 7 are different, well, there's my 3. Where's my 6? Right beside my 3. Where's my 7? How far up from the 6 is the 7 in the major scale?
2.
That's right, a whole step. targeting those and looking for the 3, the 6, and the 7, where are they at? I need to figure out how to play from one to the next. They're my turnaround spots. It's where my scale flips. The 1, the 5, the 4, that's the same. I can play those. It's the 3, 6, and 7 that are going to change. So that's what makes it sound like something new has happened. So for this, let's just play A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finding those turnaround spots, one of those notes that becomes different when the scale changes, how do I play into that? That was the whole goal with that. So, still using the same scales, using them a different way, I'm able to create these different vibes. I'm able to pull something out of him just playing one note. You can clearly feel something has changed. Let's take the same idea back to the original thing I was playing, which was the C major, A minor, A major, F sharp minor. I'm only going to play these two scales, and I want you to see how different it sounds. A 1, a 2, a 1.